Imagine this. You are driving home from a 12-hour shift. Your eyes are heavy. You are yawning. You blink a little too long at a red light, and then your car decides you are impaired. The steering locks. The engine cuts. You are stranded on the side of the highway at 11 p.m. in the middle of nowhere. You have not had a single drop of alcohol. You are not drunk. You are tired. But your car just convicted you without a judge, without a jury, and without a breathalyzer. And here is the terrifying part. There is no reset button. There is no override. There is no one to call. This is not science fiction. This is federal law. It already passed. And it is coming to every single new car sold in America. Buried on page 404 of a 1,100-page spending bill that almost nobody read is a provision called Section 24,220. It was tucked inside the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, signed into law on November 15, 2021. The official name of the provision is the Advanced Impaired Driving Prevention Technology Mandate, but drivers across the country are calling it by its real name, the Kill Switch Law. Here's what it says in plain English. Every single new passenger vehicle sold in the United States must come equipped with a system that passively monitors the driver and can prevent or limit the operation of the vehicle if impairment is detected. Read that again. Your car will monitor you, and if a piece of software decides you are not fit to drive, the car shuts itself down. The law was championed as a drunk driving prevention measure, and on paper, the goal sounds reasonable. Alcohol-impaired driving killed over 13,000 people in 2023 alone.
Drunk driving crash. Brittany Griswold was in court today, now facing several charges. Prosecutors say Griswold...
That accounts for roughly 30% of all traffic fatalities in the country. Organizations like Mothers Against Drunk Driving pushed hard for this, and lawmakers sold it to the public as a life-saving technology. But here is what they did not tell you. The technology does not just detect alcohol. The law defines impairment broadly enough to include drowsiness, distraction, and even medical episodes like seizures or diabetic emergencies. And the systems being developed to comply with this law are not breathalyzers. They are cameras pointed at your face, sensors embedded in your steering wheel, and software analyzing every micro movement of your driving behavior in real time. You are not being tested, you are being surveilled. So how does this actually work? The government has been funding a research program since 2008 called DADSS, the Driver Alcohol Detection System for Safety. It is a partnership between the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the major automakers. Two primary technologies are being developed. The first is a touch-based system. Infrared sensors are embedded into the start button or the steering wheel. When you touch it, the system shines a beam of near-infrared light through your skin and attempts to measure your blood alcohol concentration through tissue spectroscopy. Sounds impressive. But independent testing found that cold weather and even wearing gloves can completely disrupt the readings. The second approach is a breath-based system. Sensors placed around the cabin passively sniff the air and try to detect alcohol molecules in your normal breathing. No deep breath required. The problem? Early testing of the breath sensors showed a 1.73% false positive rate among completely sober drivers. That might sound small, but do the math. There are roughly 230 million licensed drivers in America. If every one of them drove a car with this system, a 1.73% false positive rate means nearly 4 million sober drivers could be locked out of their vehicles on any given day. And it gets worse. There is a third method being explored: driver-facing cameras that track your eye movements, your blink rate, your head position, and your steering behavior. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety has reported a 10% false positive rate for these camera-based systems in dim lighting conditions. 10%. That means 1 out of every 10 times you drive at night, the system could flag you as impaired when you are perfectly sober. These systems do not determine guilt. They calculate probability, and then they deny you access to your own property. Now, you might be thinking, Surely someone in Congress tried to stop this. They did. In January 2026, Representative Thomas Massey of Kentucky introduced an amendment to a federal budget bill.
This is co-sponsored by Mr. Perry from Pennsylvania and Mr. Roy from Texas.
That would have blocked all government funding for the implementation of Section 24,220. He called it an Orwellian automobile kill switch that threatens civil liberties. His exact words were, quote, "When your car shuts down because it does not approve of your driving, how will you appeal your roadside conviction?" The amendment was voted down. 268 members of Congress, including 57 Republicans and 211 Democrats, voted to keep the kill switch mandate alive. A separate bill called the No Kill Switches in Cars Act was also introduced. It remains stalled in committee. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration was supposed to finalize the implementation rules by November 2024. They missed the deadline. As of right now, the rules are still not published. But the mandate is still active. The law is still on the books, and 2026 and 2027 model year vehicles are already being designed with this technology in mind. But forget the politics for a second. Let us talk about the engineering nightmare. Here is what no one in Washington is addressing. There are no reset or restart protocols written into the law, none. If the system locks you out, there is no defined procedure for how you get your car started again. Do you call the dealership? Do you wait for a software timeout? Do you get towed? Nobody knows, because the rules have not been finalized. Now think about where this gets dangerous. A single mother driving her kids home at night. She is exhausted. The camera flags her drowsy eyes as impairment. The car shuts down on a dark highway. A truck driver delivering medical supplies through a rural stretch with no cell service. The touch sensor misreads his calloused hands. The engine dies. A diabetic driver whose blood sugar drops suddenly. The behavioral monitoring flags. Erratic steering. The car pulls itself over and refuses to restart. And here is the cybersecurity angle that should keep every driver awake at night. Any system that is capable of remotely disabling a vehicle is also a potential attack surface. Cybersecurity experts have warned that a vulnerability in this kind of system would not just affect one car, it could affect thousands at once. We are essentially building a networked kill switch into every new vehicle on American roads and hoping that no one ever figures out how to exploit it. So what do? You have options, and this is where it gets interesting. First option, buy pre-mandate. Every vehicle manufactured before this technology becomes standard equipment is exempt. We are talking about the same golden era vehicles we have discussed before. Anything built from roughly 1996 to the mid-2010s. No driver-facing cameras, no alcohol sniffing sensors, no behavioral monitoring software, a physical key, a mechanical engine, and a car that starts when you tell it to start. The used car market for analog vehicles is about to explode, and smart buyers are already stocking up. Second option, support right to repair and right to drive legislation at the state level. Several states are already pushing back. Governors and state legislators are questioning whether the federal mandate overrides state authority on personal vehicle use. Third option, pay attention to which automakers are dragging their feet versus which ones are rushing to comply. Not every manufacturer is going to implement this the same way. Some may offer minimal compliance systems. Others may go full surveillance dashboard. Your buying decision just became a privacy decision. The automotive industry already took your physical gauges. They already took your analog controls. They already started selling your driving data to insurance companies. And now they want to put a software judge inside your dashboard that can convict you of impairment without evidence and sentence you to the side of the road without appeal. This is not about defending drunk driving. Everyone agrees impaired driving kills people. This is about whether a piece of software built by corporations and mandated by the government should have the power to override your ability to drive your own car based on a probability calculation. If you believe that your car should start when you turn the key, subscribe to Car Unlock. We are covering every loophole, every bypass, and every strategy to keep you in control of your own vehicle. Share this video with every driver you know, because if they do not know about Section 24,220, they need to, and we will see you in the next one.